Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Babito here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 best tax jurisdictions in south of Europe in which you can actually relocate into. If you're new to this channel, ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxes, how to minimize your tax burden, especially in Italy, but we also now talking about Portugal and also other countries in Europe, and we help clients to relocate in those countries and before to understand how taxes they are going to pay there in order to understand the net in their pocket. And this is a quite important thing because you might decide that certain relocation, you might decide to choose a certain country rather than the other one. In this specific video, I want to talk about the 5 best tax benefit that you can find in south of Europe. What does it mean in south of Europe? Well, there are different tax benefits that we can exploit as a physical person, but also as companies, as entities, and those kind of tax benefits are not all in the same countries, but they are in different countries in Europe, especially in the south of Europe. Basically is the area where there is the good weather, there is the highest quality of life, and actually is the place where a lot of people are willing to relocate into. And actually it's also beneficial because normally we have a lower cost of living, and most of the clients they are looking for this destination when they have already a running and successful business online. In any case, if you are wondering how we work, we also have a free consultation, so you can learn and we can learn your specific situation to address you to our specific consultancy services. And in the description below the video, you can write us at info@esentaxa.com. So going to these 5 tax schemes. The first one, the most important one, the most famous one, and maybe also the most recognizable worldwide, is the famous NHR tax regime, which is a non-habitual residence tax regime. And this is in Portugal. Portugal basically is the only country in Europe that basically applies and give the chance to certain kind of categories, not everybody, be careful, but certain kind of categories or of entrepreneur to run the business abroad and keep it abroad, running it abroad and stay tax-free while you are Portuguese fiscal resident. This is quite an important tax benefit, and of course you can enjoy the Portugal state. So you are looking for a place where you have high standard quality of living and basically almost zero taxation. Okay, now in this channel we have videos and we talk and we consult our clients on NHR tax regime in Portugal. So if you want to know more if this regime is applicable for your case, again, write us at info@esentaxa.com and we can help you to understand if this tax benefit is suitable for your specific situation. The second tax benefit is addressed to pensioners, so the retirees, so somebody that receives a pension from abroad. And in this case, in South of Europe, there are actually 3 countries that are giving this kind of tax benefit. It's still Portugal, Italy, and Greece. For Portugal, it used to be 0% taxes applied to your foreign pension, so it was crazy tax benefit. And now is going to be with a taxation of 10%. While Italy applies be careful, south of Italy, not Italy like the entire country, only in the southern region of Italy applies the 7% flat tax on your foreign pension, but also applicable on all your worldwide income perceived from abroad, okay? And you can apply to this benefit only if you perceive a foreign pension. There is also another constraint in Italy. You have to pick up a village with at least with maximum 20,000 inhabitants. The reason why is because the Italian government wants to repopulate certain villages, certain remote areas with foreign people. And then Greece. Greece also basically challenging Italy with a similar tax benefit. Still, it's a flat tax of 7%. So also Greece, which is an amazing destination to live with a high quality of life, sunny weather, you also have the similar chance to apply the 7% flat tax on your foreign pension. Then we have the third tax regime, which is the impatriate regime, and it's an exclusive of Italy, especially the impatriate regime with the 90% deduction of your income. What does it mean? It means that 90% of your income will be excluded from taxation, okay? And only 10% of it will be taxed. So only south of Italy apply this kind of tax scheme. and you can apply. I mean, if you're running a business as a freelancer, as self-employed, or as an employee, this is a perfect tax regime for you. So you can stay in south of Italy, for example, in Sardinia, in Sicily, in Calabria, so in the southern, most sunny region of Italy, and enjoy a huge tax discount. After that, if you are an entity, if you're running a business, if you want to set up an entity in Europe because you want to, let's say, run a physical business in the European Union, or you're looking for a jurisdiction where you have the lowest corporate tax, well, in south of Europe, you have the chance to pick up Cyprus. Cyprus has a corporate tax of only 12.5%, one of the lowest along with Ireland, but you are in south of Europe, so you can basically move your physical residence as an individual in Cyprus and incorporate a company that you can basically run. You can administrate, so you can become administrator of the company. So if you are looking for a jurisdiction in the south of Europe where you want to try to optimize and reduce your tax burden on your entity, then Cyprus might be a good opportunity. Also, the dividend is quite low, it's only 17%, with some exceptions, of course, for resident and not residents. I'm talking about these tax schemes for those who want to relocate in those countries. So I'm always referring to those people who want to become fiscal resident as individual on that specific country. Instead, if you are not resident, so basically if you want to open a company in Europe, in a European jurisdiction, and you don't want to relocate you as an administrator of the company, but you want to control this company from abroad, from outside Europe, then the best jurisdiction is Malta. Malta, because actually you have a corporate tax of only 5% if the 100% of the share of this company is controlled by a non-resident entity or not resident physical person, okay? So you have the solution for resident. If you want to be fiscal resident in Cyprus or in south of Europe, you can pick up Cyprus. If you want to run a business with an European company with the lowest corporate tax and zero dividend, actually you can pick up Malta. But then there are two different situations. So each situation has to be analyzed case by case. As you can see, I just gave you an example how you can actually use the lowest tax rate in case of being resident and in the case of not being tax resident, okay? So that was the fourth best tax benefit that you can exploit in the south of Europe. And let's move to the latest one. Latest one is the flat tax, so the benefit for the high net worth individual. And which is the country in south of Europe that has this chance, this tax benefit, the best tax benefit, sorry, it's Italy. Italy has this high net worth individual, 100,000 euro per year flat tax, which actually means that if you are a new resident, if you have never been living in Italy for more than 10 years, so you never have been Italian fiscal resident, and you want to move in this country, and your worth, your wealth, let's say, your income coming from abroad, it's so big that makes 100,000 euro per year a small amount of money to pay, then the high net worth individual flat tax is the best solution for you. And this is not just applicable in the south of Italy, but everywhere in Italy. So you can pick up any country, any cities or any region in Italy, you can set up there as a new resident, as a new fiscal resident, and optionally you can apply for this flat tax. So all your foreign income will be excluded from the Italian taxation. You don't have to report any assets from abroad, no monitoring required, only this 100,000 euro to pay in one shot just to cover, let's say, as an optional replacement, as a substitutive taxation of the ordinary RPF taxation. Of course, if you want to then perceive income inside the Italian territory, then you have the ordinary RPF taxation. I hope you like this content. I hope I gave you a general idea which jurisdiction in South Europe might be suitable for your specific case. For any details, if you want to go a little bit more in details about this kind of tax benefit, which might be the best for you, well, just write us at info@ESENtaxa.com, and actually we can reserve a consultation. We can have a 1-hour call. We can also provide you a tax simulation, especially for Italy, and check if the relocation in this country makes sense for you or not. Again, if you like this content, like button, a notification bell, and subscribe to the channel, please. See you to the next video. Bye.